It just says something like, that's like the
Christy, you're not muted. Oh, thank you. So good morning, everyone. I'll call this meeting of the Capital Program Committee to order January 19th, just a little bit after 10 a.m. Let's see. Roll call present currently myself, Richard Hussey, Barry Rector, and Christy Kickham, and staff Sue Carmel and Brian Turbert, and of course Terry, who, by the way, this is Terry's last day with us, the Capital Program Committee, taking notes, minutes. So we wish her well in her next chapter. This meeting is being audio video recorded. It will be televised or broadcast on YouTube. Anything you say or show on the screen will be included. Can you get a motion to approve the agenda?
So moved.
Second.
Richard, on your motion?
Aye.
Barry?
Aye.
Christy?
Aye.
And I'm an aye. Okay. How about let's see. I'm just looking at our participants list. Noah, I don't know if you're here for public comment or just kind of auditing a little bit. You're welcome either way, but if public comment, please raise your hand. We're at that point in our agenda.
No public comment, just viewing. Thank you, sir.
Okay, thank you. So no members of the public, there'll be no public comment. Minutes, can I get a motion to approve the minutes of January 12th?
So moved.
Richard, on your motion?
Aye.
Barry?
Aye.
Christy?
Aye.
And I'm an aye. We're going to move into 6 and 7 FY24 capital request discussion in tandem with the discuss, deliberate, and vote on our final report. I think what I'd like to do is, there haven't been substantial changes consistent with our consensus at the last meeting with the quick review of the rough. There haven't been substantial changes to the final. So what I'd like to do, in the interest of time and having some time, if there are any minor modifications, getting those turned around so that they can be submitted to the select board through the admin office. I'd like to just address if anyone has any particular concerns with the subject matter or the text itself. And I'll go as I see you. I'll name a name and you can comment and we'll go from there. So Richard?
No, I just think we should talk about incorporating Christie's latest suggestions.
Okay. Barry? Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry, Richard.
Nothing to add, but go right to Christy if you would.
Okay, great. Christy, got your email. I don't see any issues. I think those are favorable, positive comments. I think there were 3 items, basically adding a sentence here or there. Do we want to review those items, or we just want to vote to incorporate them and move forward? Okay, so how about a motion?
So moved.
On your motion, Richard?
Aye.
Barry?
Aye.
Christy?
Aye.
And I'm an aye. So with those incorporated, a motion on to accept the final report and recommendations to be completed and forwarded to select board for presentation next Wednesday, and to the FinCom for their viewing and review.
So moved.
On your motion?
Aye.
Barry?
Aye.
Christy?
Aye.
And I'm an aye. So that carries unanimously. Okay, thank you. With the vote out of the way, I just want to, say, and it won't be the last time it's said. I personally have great appreciation for the work you guys have done pulling this together. Sue, you've been, above and beyond in the sense of what Rick agreed the finance department would provide us earlier on in the process of transitioning to a group written report versus a one-member written report. So I want to thank you personally for that, in addition to thanking the other members of the work group. So having said that, unless there's other comments, we'll move to the next item. Richard?
I'd just like to echo those comments. Sue did a fantastic job, and I'm truly grateful.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Okay, great. So there's really no green sheet comments, committee reports relevant at this time. Good of the order. I think, yeah, I'll mash into data next meeting. What's happening next, guys? You might have caught this when I was speaking to Terry prior to the meeting about scheduling. Is we're going to get together and do a kind of after action report on the report writing. Where's their strengths, where there's weaknesses, where there's some opportunities, including, for instance, such things as date, maybe name and date stamping footnotes and comments, so that there's some easy referential aspects to reviewing these things. Another one that's a little clearer to just touch on is typically we report on, typically our Appendix A reflects the request, text, and amount as it was presented to us, and then we footnote or comment, as the case may be, if there's been a change relative to the department head's request. The way that the software works, and if we're that was a function of the data integrity, but also I would create a spreadsheet at the beginning of the process, and then we would track that information through to the end. I'm not as concerned about if we do it that way, or if instead we make changes dynamically, which show up in the report Appendix A. And that is a result of the fact that towards the end of the process, we hit export report, and it creates the information that's currently in the database fields. And then we'll just footnote any changes that had occurred over the process. So it's, to me, it's a 6 of one, half a dozen of another, but it and how we handle that within the software bears, some brief discussion. And that's just an example of some of the little things that'll come up. And of course, if you guys have any thoughts or comments you want incorporated. The next meeting after that will be schedule, or maybe we'll work at the scheduling into the after action report while it's fresh in our minds. And primarily, I think that'll be a discussion with me and Sue. But, I certainly look to you guys for feedback, the membership for feedback if you want to provide any. And then lastly, we'll be looking at recommendations that we've made over the years that haven't fully been adopted or haven't been adopted, but have been approved and adopted by the select board through our report and their approval, and get some feedback from finance and perhaps town management on the likelihood of these happening. And then we can make a determination on how we want to approach maintaining the recommendation, modifying the recommendation, and so on and so forth. So that's an open and transparent process. And that's it. That's what's coming up for our sometime in the next few months. And we'll kind of go from there. With that, any questions, comments? Okay. Data next meeting is the select board meeting Wednesday, January 25th, 5:30 p.m. Richard, if you need any tips for your presentation to the select board, just let me know.
I forgot to tell you, I'll be traveling that day. I'm not on the island.
I'm just teasing you. I'm just teasing you.
That did happen one year, by the way.
Yeah, I know, at FinCom. Well, I didn't get the right date, so I never showed up. We've kind of changed the way we handle that now. I think it works out better. Jill typically addresses questions on the report, and FinCom gets information early and often, so that's much less of a lift. I would appreciate if you guys could be present, it'd be helpful, a little show of support for your committee at the meeting. And other than that, we are at our record-breaking less than 15 minutes for a meeting if we get a motion to adjourn.
So move.
On your motion, Richard?
Aye.
Barry?
Aye.
Christie?
Aye.
And I'm an aye. Again, thank you so much, Sue, Richard, the work group.
Mhm.
Take care.
Good luck,
All right.
Terry.
Good
Thanks
luck,
again,
Terry.
Sue.
Thank
Yes.
you.